Welcome to another episode.
We are X-Men.
Black Panther? Wakanda?
That's Wakanda. You're right. Okay. I don't know. I'm not.
We're not in the MCU.
Yeah, not yet.
We're in the
T-Vengers.
We're in the E-grade team. Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the D League of Superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only read the minds of endangered species. It's weird. Anyway, no idea. Hi, we're doing tea. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
TDB is this episode show thing that you're watching. Have you stuck around for every episode? You're crazy. Welcome. Episode 375 maybe.
Plus or minus.
Yeah.
We have error bars on our episode guesses.
Yeah, I know. Plus or minus like 2% is quite a few episodes at this point.
Yeah, it gives us like 7 episodes
Yeah.
to be off by.
All right, there you go. So deal with that, statistics people.
So we are having some tea from Wistaria.
Cool.
Qingteng is what it's called.
Okay.
2003 production.
No idea.
It is a one of my favorites, and it's a very unique tea.
Okay.
And we have had some pretty strong tea from the last one, so
Right.
This one is not as strong. So I'm looking forward to drinking this.
Cool. Yeah, shake it up a little bit. Always nice.
Give it a quick
I'm
rinse.
going to assume this is a raw.
Yes, it is a raw pour.
Air.
And tell me what you get from the nose here, because this tea has a very distinctive aroma.
Okay.
Now, if I don't get some Denny notes, I'm going to be pretty disappointed.
Oh no.
Asking this one for the
This
fans.
reminds me of my first gerbil, Frederico. Never had a gerbil, but I'm just gonna say that.
I think you've single-handedly popularized the note pencil shavings.
It's a very distinctive flavor. The note, though, I like. I
Do you even use pencils?
meme. No. Oh no. But when you're a
Take a
kid,
smoke.
especially, you have those like really deep. I mean, I'll say like the olfactory connections in memory are intense. All right, here we go. Interesting. Yeah, it's got a shade of perfuminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I mean, it's obviously very raw pu'er. Not very grassy. Doesn't smell green. Yeah, it has a strange kind of floral, perfumey nose to it.
Any fishiness?
I mean,
No.
not. I guess I could see it a little bit. It doesn't smell sour to me. I wouldn't say it's meaty. I'll smell it again. Fishiness. Oh, here we go.
I personally do not get any fishiness from it, but
Yeah.
some people have been known to get a Toro, like fatty tuna.
Yeah. Okay.
But
You kind of see it, but
they're wrong. Yeah.
yeah,
We just confirmed it.
Yeah, objectively speaking, according to
Objectively,
my
yeah.
nose, which is the
Yeah.
objective.
When Denny's nose goes by,
Sniffers.
there's like a montage that happens in his head with like the flavor wheel spinning and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, you want to dump that?
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Just like thinking of some random Rocky montage with like tea flavors.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then like the fishiness flavor guy is like at the ends in the back. He gets like punched out by
Yeah.
Rocky.
You run up, like
It's
the
probably
Capitol
good.
building, and you're like just smelling some pu'er on the way. Why am I
No.
smelling this?
I don't know.
What is wrong with me?
No, I don't really get any fishiness from it. I mean, it smells kind of like a little bit of cinnamon flavor, maybe a little bit of some plums, and just a lot of raw pu'er. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can taste those plums.
Totally. Someone kind of like screen cap my reaction. I did not expect it to be that sweet. Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Wow. What? How old is it?
2003. So,
Okay.
So 18 years old.
Really?
It's going to college. We're the college admissions officers right
Drinking
now.
too much cheap beer.
Is this like a Stanford tea, or is it more like a Bellevue College tea?
First off, Bellevue College is a reputable organization now.
Yeah,
Let's
there
not
you go.
downplay Bellevue College.
Is this going to a trade school? I mean, no judgment on any of these places. They're all fine institutions.
Yeah, there you go. We're not breaking any hearts at TDB here. This is really good. It doesn't taste 18 years old to me, although I've only had like one sip. But anyway, yeah, interesting. Very sweet. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's gonna get nice and strong. Yeah, plummy. This is just very sweet. Really interesting. We'll see how it evolves. Ooh. It's good. And tell me more about this tea, James. Is there a... Okay.
It is from Wistaria Tea House in Taiwan.
Right.
Recently had one of their teas. It is from the Mung Song area.
Okay.
I have had a number of Mung Song teas. This tea is pretty different from all of those.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is one of those one-of-a-kind teas. Maybe I should brew it a little longer next time. For me, it's a very pleasant tea, easy to drink. I am a fan of sort of the warming energy of this tea as well.
Mm. Yeah, really very sweet. I'm really interested. So I'm sitting here thinking, how is this tea going to evolve? I've had one steeping that was it a rinse? I think, did you rinse it?
No, I rinsed it.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I'm just curious as to how this is going to change over time.
Yeah, and it's kind of rare actually for me to pull a tea from my own collection because I don't have enough. So actually, just because we get so many samples, it's
Right.
more of the reason. So this is one of my regular drinkers, so I'm excited to share it with Denny.
It's great, but quite sweet. Still.
Yeah, and this is by the same operation that we had the Wistaria tea with Glenn. Different tea, though.
Mm-hmm.
That tea was in Iwu. This one is a different area.
Yeah. Plummy, fruity, saccharine sweet.
Does it taste like pu'er to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not incredibly peaty or smoky. It doesn't taste young. It has that classic. It's interesting. Pu'er almost has more of a mouth feel to me at this point. The family of pu'er itself is almost a texture mouthfeel thing.
Would you say that mainly for raw or for ripe as well?
For raw. For ripe, it's very hard to get a lot of variance in flavor.
Right. Almost getting a little like dark leather notes in this as well.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
With wood. Astringency, bitterness.
Nothing intense yet, but I can tell it's coming. Nice mineraliness. There's almost a wooey oolong roasted flavor going on a little bit in this. Nice complement to the sweetness of it.
Mom test?
Oh gosh, raw pu'er is so tough unless it's like a really young, sweet raw pu'er.
And then it's almost like a green tea.
Right, and then exactly. So, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe there's enough. The aftertaste, I think, for someone who's not used to these sorts of flavors might be a little abrasive. And to that point, that sort of intense kind of mouth puckering thing that goes on. Although not as much with this one, it's more juicy, but anyway, it's not as drying. Still, look at that color. Wow. Beautiful. Would not be able to tell you the age on this one. Personally.
Would I guess younger?
Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of these I expect at this point in their life cycle to get more woody, more earthy, more garden vegetable patch type thing. This is very sweet and fruity. It's really nice. Yeah, really interesting. Let's keep going.
Cheers. So I tried to push this one just a little bit longer, and I think it shows just a fair bit more astringent.
Yes. Yes. A little bit more intense. Woo.
I'd say the basic structure of the tea is all still there. It's just stronger.
Yeah, definitely, and more bitter. I mean, but all the notes are still there. It's still sweet. It just has much more of the classic pu'er flavor.
Yeah. For you, is this tea, have you noticed any warming or cooling nature to it?
Not necessarily. I think I would want this tea not on a hot day. So, I mean, a good Seattle tea, definitely, in general.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't want to drink this as much in summertime unless I wanted to, like, sweat, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm a fan of this. For me, the leathery notes are coming out even more. This tea might be just a touch too strong, but I still like it.
But, I mean, even just swishing it, so much
That
sweetness
aroma
still.
too. The aroma is even stronger for some reason.
Much more age... Oop, spilling tea everywhere. Much more age smell to me than taste. Huh, okay, I can kind of see why someone would say a little fishy. There's some... Nope, there's some, like, funkiness to it. I like it. And this is a blend, I'm assuming?
I don't know. Probably.
Uh-oh. James is down for the count. He's out. Too many teas.
Yeah.
The last cup that broke the camel, that James's back.
Yeah, I'm just going to crawl under the table, and then it's going to be the end.
Yeah.
And it'll be the last episode.
Right.
But you'll probably never get it, because Denny doesn't edit the episodes of TDB.
Very true. Shout out to all of the folks who have enjoyed various episodes, including our April Fools. Stan, here's looking at you, bud. Really funny. He was like, "You guys should do like a Lipton tea," and he was like, "Oh wait, I found it." Very good.
Yeah, we thought of that
Very
8 years
good.
ago, Stan.
Yes, Stan. We're no longer besties.
You mean you don't remember my Lipton episode? I'm no longer on speaking terms with my friends, Stan.
Yeah.
Or any of my friends for that matter, because none of them actually
You don't remember
follow.
episode 175 where we... No. Really, really sweet still. Just residual sweetness going on. Really interesting. Yeah. I mean, I could see actually drinking this in summertime too if I wanted to get hot.
Right.
Because I feel like the flavors themselves are nice, but it's a warming tea for me. Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite of all the TDP episodes are when I brought on the sample, and then like 2 years later I brought on like the exact same sample, not thinking we'd had it before. You know, it happens to everyone.
The aroma on this, to your point, is very interesting.
Very distinct, yeah.
Yeah, it does not smell like what it tastes like as much.
So, how do you place this tea? Like, when would you drink this? Like, is this kind of a special occasion? Is it?
It's definitely a tea nerd's tea.
Okay.
So I wouldn't necessarily drink this on a daily basis, I'd say. I mean, I'd rather drink this with a friend, like in this context. It's sweet. It's a little bit strong for my daily drinker palate, I think.
Probably a lot of raw pu'er is a little too strong for your daily
Probably,
drinker.
yeah. So definitely something to like bring out as a kind of a special treat, I think. But it's not, I mean, I don't want to say negative things about the tea. It's not utterly and totally crazy, blowing my mind, remarkable. It's quite good. Just, like a nice solid, like, just a solid tea. So I could see this being a daily drinker for someone like you, James. You enjoying.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty. In fact, I'm further along on the cake than I hoped. Actually, when I dug into this for this, I got through a fair amount of my cake, and it's definitely one of my favorite go-tos. I just really like. It always leaves me just feeling great afterwards.
Yeah.
The energy off of it. It's removing my cough as we speak. I think the last tea just like really dried out my throat.
Yeah. I love the balance of this tea because I love both that it has bitterness, not too much though, I think the steeping is perfect. Some sweetness. There's a saccharine sweetness at the end of it, swishing it. I just enjoy the amount of flavors going on in this. It's nice.
Yeah, and the aftertaste is quite good as well, which is something I've always.
Plummy, fruity, sweet. Getting the leather definitely. Yeah, this is solid.
Yeah. So what college is it going to?
Oh man,
Denny probably knows way more colleges than me, so
I totally don't. Comment below on which college teas go to, so we do the algorithm. That's what we care about. The algorithm. God. No, I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely tasty. It's an eclectic tea. Maybe it's like evergreen college tea where you make your own curriculum. Shots fired! Shots fired! Watch out, evergreen tea nerds! You've been called out. We're starting some drama on TDB. Deal with it.
We got the better leaf over at TDB.
Yeah.
None of that.
Come on, north.
That marijuana stuff.
Are they north or this?
They're south. They're in Olympia.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yum. Thank you for sharing this. James, can people pick this up? Is this like buyable?
Yeah. It is buyable at Wistaria Tea House, who is now selling their tea online. Not a cheap tea now. It's a couple $100. I bought this a few years ago, 5 years ago when I visited them. So, but I'm a big fan of this tea. I as you said, I'm just a big fan of the balance. Right. I don't think it's a super strong raw pour, which is why it's something that I can drink pretty regularly. Just a tea that's been well aged and has a lot of good attributes that make it very easy to quaff. So,
yeah.
Okay,
I'm getting a little fishy thing.
Okay, there you go. So they're not full of it.
Interesting. Weird.
Yeah. So it sort of comes out a little later.
There's no taste of it whatsoever. Huh.
But the aroma, it's so interesting that this, I feel like usually tea houses' teas start to smell similar, but this tea smells very different from like the one we had with Glenn and the Wistaria Red Mark that we had. So it's really quite a head-scratching tea in some ways.
Yeah. Good. Pick it up, Wistaria Teas, Google them, give them to Google. Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Do you tweet?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you tweet.
Sometimes.
TDB.org. Great place to go. Hit the subscribe button. Send this to your parents. Send this to your dog. No cats allowed, though. Sorry.
Yeah, screw that.
I feel like tea people are probably cat people, though.
They're definitely cat people.
Yeah.
Well, Denny and I are not, because we're both allergic to it.
Yeah, we would both die.
Yeah.
Anyway, so don't kill us, and hopefully we'll see you guys